Could you be holding a 1970 penny worth thousands of dollars? You might have one sitting in your pocket or tucked away in a jar of spare change without even realizing it. Some of these pennies have sold for jaw-dropping amounts at auctions, making them one of the most sought-after modern U.S. coins. The key is knowing exactly what to look for, because a small, barely noticeable detail could turn an ordinary 1-cent coin into a collector's treasure. The 1970 Lincoln penny is more than just pocket change. It's a fascinating piece of history. This coin was minted at a time of great change in America, from political upheaval to cultural revolutions. But what makes it truly exciting for collectors is the fact that some versions contain rare mint errors, and these errors can mean serious money. Let's start with the basics. The 1970 penny was minted in 3 locations. A Philadelphia, no mint mark. Denver, marked with a small d below the date. A San Francisco, marked with an S. The Philadelphia and Denver versions are common, but the San Francisco minted pennies hold a special secret, a rare error that could make you rich. This penny is made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, the same composition that had been used since the introduction of the Lincoln cent in 1909. That means it has a slightly higher melt value than modern pennies, which are made mostly of zinc. However, the real value of a 1970 penny isn't in its metal content. It's in the errors. The holy grail of 1970 pennies is the 1970s small date double die obverse, DDO. This rare variety is one of the most sought-after Lincoln cents of all time. A double die obverse occurs when the die used to strike the coin is improperly made, causing a doubled image on the front of the penny. The doubling is most noticeable in the inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust. If these letters appear blurry or doubled, you could be holding a jackpot coin. Not all 1970s pennies are valuable, though. The key is identifying the small date variety. On this version, the 7 in 1970 is higher in level with the other numbers, while on the more common large date variety, the 7 sits slightly lower. So why is this error so valuable? The answer is simple: rarity. Only a limited number of these double die pennies were produced before the mistake was caught, and collectors are willing to pay big money for a high-quality example. Now let's talk about what these coins are worth. If you find a 1970s small date double die penny, its value depends on its condition. A circulated example, one that's been used in everyday transactions, could still be worth $500 to $1,000. An uncirculated example, one that has been preserved in near-perfect condition, can easily fetch $3,000 to $5,000 at auction. And the record price for a 1970s double die penny? Over $24,000. Imagine that, turning a single penny into thousands of dollars just by taking the time to check your change. But this isn't the only valuable error from 1970. In addition to the famous double die, there are other rare errors that could make your penny worth hundreds or even thousands. One of the most striking errors is the 1970s overstruck on a Canadian dime. In this bizarre mistake, a US penny was accidentally struck over a 10-cent Canadian coin. These errors are incredibly rare and have sold for more than $20,000. Another highly collectible error is the off-center strike. If a 1970 penny was struck off-center at the mint, leaving part of the design cut off, it could be worth $100 to $500 depending on the severity of the misalignment. Then there's the clipped planchet error, where a section of the penny is missing due to a mistake in the coin-cutting process. These coins can bring in $50 to $200 depending on how dramatic the clip is. With so many valuable varieties out there, how can you find one of these rare 1970 pennies? The best way to start is checking your pocket change. Rare pennies are still in circulation, and people find valuable coins every single year just by looking through their spare change. Another great method is coin roll hunting. Go to the bank, buy rolls of pennies, and search through them carefully with a magnifying glass or microscope. If you think you've found a rare 1970 penny, the next step is to have it authenticated and graded. Organizations like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, can verify whether your coin is genuine and assign it a grade based on its condition. Once your coin is authenticated, you can sell it for top dollar. High-value error coins are best sold at major auctions, coin shows, or through online marketplaces like eBay. The thrill of finding a rare coin is unlike anything else. A single penny could be your ticket to a huge payday. So start looking. Check your change, go through old jars, and hunt through penny rolls, because the next rare 1970 penny could be waiting for you. And who knows? You might just become the next lucky collector to turn a 1-cent coin into thousands of dollars. Could this tiny coin be hiding a secret worth thousands? You might have one sitting in your pocket right now and not even know it. One small detail could mean the difference between a regular penny and a rare collector's item worth a fortune. In this video, we'll break down everything you need to know about the 1990 US penny, including rare errors, what to look for, and how you can cash in on one of the most famous modern coin varieties. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be checking every penny you come across. Stay tuned because you won't believe how much these coins can sell for. Lincoln penny is one of the last pennies of its kind before the new millennium, but few people know that it holds a surprising secret. While billions were minted, only a tiny percentage contain the rare errors that make them worth serious money. This penny is made of copper-plated zinc, a composition that was introduced in 1982 to replace the more expensive solid copper pennies. Even though the 1995 penny looks like an everyday coin, there are hidden treasures among them. There were two main mints that produced these pennies: Philadelphia, which didn't place a mint mark on its coins, and Denver, which can be identified by a small D under the date. Both mints produced hundreds of millions of pennies, but among them, a few extremely rare mistakes slipped through. And here's a mind-blowing fact. An estimated 500 million 1995 pennies are still in circulation today. That means there's a real chance that you could come across one of these rare, valuable varieties in your pocket change. But what exactly makes some of them worth thousands? Keep watching, because what you're about to learn might just change the way you look at pennies forever. Here's where things get really exciting, because one tiny mistake at the US Mint turned an ordinary penny into one of the most sought-after coins of the modern era. The 1995 double die obverse penny is a legend among coin collectors. Unlike normal coins, this variety was struck with a die that had been improperly manufactured, causing a noticeable doubling in the lettering on the front of the coin. The most prominent doubling can be seen in Liberty and In God We Trust. This error occurred due to a misalignment when the die was created, leading to a striking effect that makes the letters appear double to the naked eye. What's even crazier? This wasn't just one or two coins. Thousands of these error pennies made it into circulation before the mistake was caught. But finding one today is still like striking gold. When this error was first discovered, collectors went crazy trying to find them. Coin dealers were paying serious cash for these coins, and today their value has skyrocketed. And just wait until you hear how much these coins are selling for today. Collectors are willing to pay big money for a well-preserved 1995 double die penny. The value depends on its condition, but even a circulated one can bring in a nice payday. A worn version of this coin can sell for anywhere from $20 to $50, while a sharp, uncirculated one with a high grade, say MS60 to MS65, could go for $100 to $300. But here's where things get insane. If you have a pristine mint condition example, graded MS67 or higher, you're looking at a value of $1,000 or more. And get this, the highest price ever paid for a 1995 double die penny? A staggering $6,000 at auction. Imagine finding one of these in your loose change. Even after nearly 30 years, collectors are still hunting for these pennies. Why? Because they know that high-quality examples are getting rarer by the day. But don't go anywhere yet, because we're about to dive into even more valuable errors that could make your 1995 penny worth a fortune. Beyond the famous double die, there are other rare and valuable 1995 penny errors worth hunting for. Some 1995 pennies were struck off-center, meaning part of the design is missing. The more off-center the strike, the higher the value. Some of these can be worth $100 to $500. These pennies were accidentally struck with a portion of the metal missing, creating a clipped effect on the edge. Depending on the severity, clipped planchet errors can sell for $50 to $200. Imagine a penny that was accidentally struck on a dime planchet. These ultra-rare errors can sell for thousands of dollars at auction. Small cracks in the die can create raised lines or blobs on the coin's surface. While minor die cracks might add only a little value, dramatic examples can bring in hundreds of dollars. We're not done yet, because there's still one more way a simple 1995 penny could make you rich. Finding a valuable 1995 penny is easier than you think. You just need to know where to look. Check your change. Most double-die pennies were found in circulation. Grab some rolls of pennies from the bank and search through them. Use a magnifying glass or digital microscope to inspect your pennies carefully. If you find something promising, send it to PCGS or NGC for authentication and grading. Sell your rare finds on eBay to coin dealers or at major auctions. Imagine turning a single penny into hundreds or even thousands of dollars. It's happened before, and it could happen to you. Now that you know the secrets of the 1995 penny, it's time to put your knowledge to the test. Start checking your change, search through penny rolls, and see if you can find one of these valuable coins. We challenge you to search through 100 pennies and report your best find in the comments. And before you go, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with fellow coin hunters. You never know, you might just help someone discover a penny worth a fortune. Now it's your turn. Grab a handful of pennies and start searching. You never know what treasure you might find. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more coin hunting tips. Who knows? Your next penny could be worth a fortune.